Hello, my friends. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here. I'm back again, finally. Some of you know my internet's been a little naughty and my hands decided to not cooperate for a little bit, so I had to take a little time off of filming, and also I just have had a heck of a time exporting my videos. But you know, I'm not going to let the enemy get me down, especially not during Advent season. So today, what I'm sharing is my upcycled disc-bound planner that I've turned into a full December daily. December daily is an Allie Edwards thing where she tells stories, and I kind of wanted to do the same thing but make it an Advent Christian type thing. And I decided to use my discs because I have these things. So you saw me flip over. That is a Brave Little Tailor study. I will come back and share that. Here is my Advent ring that I believe I shared in full in an earlier video when I was talking about ideas. It's been a hot minute. But now we're going to jump into how I'm doing each day. And let me tell you, I love this project. I may come in and cut all the strings. It's a little messy for me. I like a little messy, but this one might be a little bit too messy. So here we are into day one. And friends, I got my paper craft on. I love this project. These little snow globes. This is the Hope Within card set from Brianna Showalter. Initially, I just shoved them in the envelopes in the back there. I was going to take them out and put them on a ring, but I'm thinking I may leave them in there because they're just beautiful and I don't necessarily want to touch them. Here's a little detailing on my card. So this is double-sided paper, and I stitched down the card so they could open up, or I stitched down the envelope so they could open up, and then I tucked in the little flap of the envelope on the back so I could stick the cards in there, and that's also where my prayer is going to be going, or I left space here. So here on day two, yep, I punched a hole there. I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. So that one has a little hole. See, we all make mistakes. It's all good. This page I love. First of all, this is Kelly Bang's Mix and Mingle paper for simple stories. So you know I'm going in on this project when I pull out the good paper. And here what I did was I took these ornaments, and as you can see, I have a little bit of foam tape, like pop dots popping up part of it, and then I put the ornament right there on the green one right there. Obviously you don't know the green ornament on top of the envelope to give my little pages dimension. And that's my favorite thing about this. When you make something from scratch, you can really make it anything you want, and I love that about creating, especially when like you're creating and it's for Advent. And for me, I was listening to worship music and I just loved it. So that is my foam rolls. I'll share those. Great deal. I still am working on the first two I ever bought. And here I took two pieces of paper, I sewed it together down the middle, I sewed the card on the side, and then I brought in a little die cut there in the middle. At some point, I will come in and show you or share how I sew, but basically, when you want to have something open up, you can take your sewing machine and just zigzag it and make sure it's right down the middle, and that will make a flap for you. You can also tape it. I did tape these too as well, so they're not all sewn, just so you're aware of that. And this paper, the background paper, is from a wide variety of like little notebooks that I had, or you know, like the little paper pads that I've been holding on to for way too long, and I decided this year we're using them. We're using it all if we need to use it all. That's the reason you're going to see so much paper here. The back side of that page has pink cardstock, so if the paper was too thin, I did put an extra piece on the back. So here I was showing you that, yes, I did make a mistake. I stitched down one side, but the beautiful thing about stitching is you can use a seam ripper and just stitch it back up. And here I loved the church and the tree. So if you did Advent or you're doing Advent, you'll probably notice that I did not use the exact ephemera from each envelope. I bought the extra scoop, which was an amazing deal, and I just kind of dumped that out, and then I went along with what was in the envelope for each day. Like I have days 13 through 25 still in the envelopes, so you may see some of those in here. I don't know because I haven't opened them up. So here on this one, this is paper. So like sometimes when you get the paper pads, they have like the little serrated piece at the top that'll show you what the other side is or the next piece is going to be. So I left that on here because I thought it would be cute to just come in and tie a little bow at the top. And as you can probably tell, I wasn't following a certain color scheme. I feel like Christmas, you can use all the colors. Like probably what you won't see in here is maybe orange or a lot of yellow, but so many colors go with Christmas. And I just love how everything ties together and how you can use your imagination to tie things in, just like, you know, that little serrated piece at the top. Here I took a couple of the pieces of ephemera and I'm letting them hang underneath the envelope, and I'll go in and write on those. I have a lot of stuff written down that I did not put in, only because I did want to share this, but I didn't want to share my private prayers. I'm sure you all understand that. Here's day 6. This paper is actually old school illustrated faith paper. I found a whole bunch of it, so I pulled that out. I love black with everything, black, red, pink. Just look how pretty that is. And then you can stick the snow globe in there and it just brings a little bit more color. So let me know if you like love a color scheme, like if you just like stick with a certain color scheme, or if you're open to using different colors, because obviously in this case I am, my friends. Okay, here I took some twine at the bottom and I stitched down one side and I just kind of wrapped the bottom. This envelope was not my favorite, I'll be real honest. So I covered it up and I wanted the card to be able to stick out the top because I thought the card was pretty. There I have my little snow globe. And you're gonna see those little, I guess, leaves, the black leaves. When they look like they're up, it's because I've pop dotted them up to give it dimension, like I said earlier. Again, that's a Kelly Bangs paper. So here's another illustrated faith paper. I love this paper. Oh gosh, I'm gonna talk to Shauna Nobel, see if we can get her to do paper again. Here's another idea, is just take a die cut and kind of fit it over the card. Like, move things around, have fun with it, make it your own, and just go for it. I love the stitching on this. I love the color against the black and white. This one's more of just a plain one. This paper was actually Print and Pray from Brianna Showalter's set. I thought it was really cute. I love the pink envelope, so I didn't want to take away from the paper, from the envelope, and I love the little angel in the snow globe sticking out the top. So I just put a couple of the little coffee mugs up there on the right hand side, and that is day 9. For day 10, I love this day. First of all, I love the paper. This is Mix and Mingle, Simple Stories, Kelly Bangs. I took the little ice skates and I thought about like how girls or anybody that ice skates kind of hang their ice skates over their shoulder. So I wanted to have them on like a little string at the top so they're kind of hanging off. And then I took the joy, put it down there on the envelope. I stitched the card down, and then again, the beautiful Brianna Showalter cards. And if you've been watching me, you know that like I love to share about the artist. Brianna watercolored all of these. Like, she is brilliantly talented. And here again, this is Kelly Bangs paper. Kelly Bangs has turned all of her digitals, not all of them, like certain collections, into Simple Stories lines, which is crazy to me, but I'm so proud of her. That is a little gingerbread star that I cut in half because I wanted a piece at the top and a piece at the bottom. And here I'm just showing that, hey, yeah, I can still go in there and put my notes. I'm really looking forward to that. And I love that the backside actually has a color as well, or something. So here's day 12. I didn't quite finish this one, so we're gonna do it together if y'all are cool with that. And then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna lay these back down and make it so they're pretty when you have the book laying out. I am hosting Christmas Day this year, so you know my Advent book's gonna be downstairs along with my little ring book, because any opportunity to talk about my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, you know I'm gonna take it. And I don't know why I'm trying to do that in a Southern accent, but okay, here's day 12, and let me just show you how I kind of pull things together to get an idea of what to do. Okay, so when I'm like thinking about a page, especially a page that I've literally designed myself, I took the envelopes, I took this snow globe and I stuck it in there. I already have a little bit of ephemera. I kind of like to lay the ephemera out. If you watched like my gratitude documented from last year, I have a full video of how I did a process on this, and I'll try to do more process videos like that this month. Again, just has been a little bit, but again, we won't let the enemy destroy us or get under our skin. Maybe a little bit under our skin, but we're knocking them out the next day. Okay, so I was thinking I was gonna go ornaments. First of all, the paper in the background, again, old school illustrated Faith. Hey, wow, so cool. I wanted to take the tree because the tree goes with the theme of the background. So yes, sometimes I do follow a theme, but I also wanted some color. So I wanted to get away from just the black and the green. And obviously when you open up that card, it's this really beautiful, like pastel-y pink. So I wanted to bring in the pink tree. I wanted to connect these two pieces of ephemera, so that is the reason I'm bringing in a snowflake. I got a ton of those when I got that extra scoop. Okay, so speaking of scoops, when Shauna Noel says, hey, I'm gonna give you a scoop of something, pick that up because she's really giving you a scoop of something. Like there was so much ephemera in there, I couldn't believe it. So here I'm taking my fun little double-sided foam tape, pop-up tape, whatever you want to call it. I believe it's double-sided foam roll. I'm adding an extra piece to this because I want it to stand out a little bit more, and that's just going to tie in the paper portion of this. I have the pink tree at the top, little pink present at the bottom. When it opens up, it's pink. And now I'm going to bring in this red and white twine, and unfortunately I do not know where I got this. It is the only little ball of twine that is like this, and I must have picked it up randomly somewhere, so I'm so sorry, but I'm going to take you back off fast forward and I'm going to talk about this bow real quick. Okay, so a little tip for when you're tying a bow. In my case, I always start with the right side as a small loop. So the left side needs to be longer. So here you see I'm looping the right side and everything else is going to go around that. That's the reason the left side needs to be longer. And you literally just tie it like you're tying your shoes. I don't put the knot first. Usually I just tie it, and then once I get it to the spot that I want, I tighten it. If I feel like it's gonna get loose, then I'll just come in and I'll throw a staple in there with my, my 10 Holtz mini attacher. I'm totally cool with it, but so far everything's staying in there nicely, and I want things hanging off of this. I want this to be like this chunky, beautiful paper crafting yum yum sauce that people will go and see. And I don't know if I've ever talked about yum yum sauce. I will at some point. But now I wanted to show you how I'm going to lay these back down into my disc bound planner. And I do this a particular way because I want it to look pretty, of course, especially if it's going to show. And I always start from the back. There's a massive tip for you. Start from the back page. Okay, let me just talk about the massive tip. I really just learned to do this recently, so it's a massive tip to me too. So I start from the back. I'm going to share this whole, what's it called, disc bound, system when I'm done, my whole book when I'm done. So I'll share everything in there. But in the meantime, I want everything to look pretty. And as you can see, these are all different sizes. I did that on purpose. I like having dimension. I like having something unique. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to show a little bit of the back. So say someone's flipping through this and they get to this is page 10, for example. I want them to see a little bit of what's next, if that's possible. Some of these were full-size pages, some weren't, but as you can see here, like you can see 3 different pages on the bottom. Hopefully that all makes sense. Like, I think about stuff like that. I don't know if I'm just too detail-oriented, but I really want people to look through this when they're here. Especially I have specific people that I would like to share this with, and that's because I want to share Jesus with them on Christmas or whenever. And I really think like people are attracted to something that is different or unique, or like, hey, what is that? That's really cool. Like, what is that? And you're like, oh, let me share about it and let me share my Savior with you. So that wraps up this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'm so sorry I've been gone for so long. I want to say I'm going to be back soon. And I'm just going to say it. Enemy, step aside. I'm coming back. And yes, I snapped my fingers. God bless each and every single one of you. Bless up, my friends. Happy holidays. See you soon. Oops, sorry, enemy. You're out of here. Bing, bing.